Hi everyone, my name is Anushri P. I am studying in first year MSc in Chemistry, JSS College of Arts, Commerce and Science, OT Road, Mysuru. Today I am discuss about errors in analytical chemistry, types of errors and definitions. We will discuss in this session. First is accuracy. Accuracy represents the nearest to a measurement to its expected value. Any difference between the measured value and the expected value is expressed as errors. For example, the dissociation constant for acetic acid is 1.75 into 10 to the power of minus 5 at 25 degrees Celsius. In experiment, if a student arrives at exactly this value, his value is said to be accurate. This is known as accuracy. The second is precision. Precision is defined as the agreement between the numerical value of two or more measurements of the same object that have been made in an identical manner. Thus, a value is said to be precise when there is agreement between a set of results for the same quantity. However, a precise value need not to be accurate. This is called precision and accuracy. The second we will move on to the main uh, topic is errors. The errors is defined as the difference between the true value and the experimental value is known as errors. The errors are two main types. First one is determinant errors. Second one is indeterminate errors. Determinant errors. These errors are determinable and are avoided if care is taken. Determinant errors are classified into types. The first one is instrumental errors, operative errors, and methodic errors, and reagent errors, additive errors. These are also types of determinant errors. First is personal errors, instrumental errors, reagents errors, additive errors, errors in method. These are types of determinant errors. We also known as errors. The first one is instrumental errors. Instrumental errors are introduced due to the use of defective instruments. For example, an error in volumetric analysis will be introduced when a 20 ml pipette, which actually measured 20.1 ml, is used. These are the instrumental errors. Sometimes an instrument errors may be arise from the environmental factors on the instrument. For example, a pipette calibrated at 20 degrees Celsius, if we used at 30 degrees Celsius, will introduce error in volume. Instrumental errors may largely be eliminated by periodically calibrating the instrument. Always we will use the instrument. Uh, first we calibrate the instruments, glasswares and reagents. These are the first step we experiment started. The second is operative errors. These are the main errors, and these errors are also called as personal errors and are introduced because of variation of personal judgments. For example, due to the color blindness, a person may be arrive at a wrong results in a volumetric or colorimetric analysis. Using incorrect mathematical equation and committing arithmetic mistakes will also cause the operative errors. These are errors is person who are handling analyst. Third is methodic errors. These errors are caused by adopting defective experimental methods. For example, in volumetric analysis, the use of an improper indicator leading to a wrong results is an example for methodic error. Proper understanding of the theoretical background of the experiment is necessary for avoiding the methodic error. These are the errors. This is also a definition of personal errors, instrumental errors, reagents errors and additive errors. These errors occurs by the person who are handling and performing the analysis. These errors arise due to the mistakes of analyst, that is we already told color blindness. The second is instrumental errors. These errors occurs due to the defect in the equipment or use of uncalibrated, for example, glass fair operators and instruments. Um, Next is reagent errors. These errors depends on the quality of individual reagents. Reagents and compounds are not present in the pure form of contain impurities. The next is additive errors. These additive errors is also called as determinant errors. Sometimes errors are constant throughout the analysis and independent of amount of sample. Example 10.1, 20.1, 30.1, that the 0.1 ml of errors independent of amounts. These are called determinant errors. The second is indeterminate errors. Indeterminate errors, these errors are uh, also called as accidental errors. Indeterminate errors arises from uncertainties in a measurement that are known and which cannot be controlled by the experimentalist. For example, when pipetting out a liquid, the speed of drying, the angle of holding and the pipette, the portion at which the pipette is held, etc., would be introduced indeterminate errors in the volume of the liquid pipetting out. Indeterminate errors is also called as random errors. These are the types of errors. The errors can be caused in determinate errors and indeterminate errors.